So first of all, I thought that was really nice work. It would be interesting to see if you could, instead of just denying applications the ability to do something like get your location or whatever, actually provide fake data to them. So can I say, actually, anytime someone asks for my location, tell them I'm in my office hard at work, or give them delayed data or data with noise added or something like that. Or anytime someone asks for my contacts, give them this fake address book instead, and if you then see those showing up on the internet somewhere, you know where it's come from. Is that something that you think could easily be done in the same sort of way?
Well, I got my friends to tell me what's about work, so I might do that. But yeah, no, that's very easy to do. That's like, basically with the database, it's actually directed to an empty one. So it just opens a different database to what was already there. So in fact, if you replace the empty one with something that was there, then you could just do that off the bat. And the location stuff is very similar. There's already a mock location provider in Android, so you have to look that up instead of...
And so presumably you could just pass them to that one when they ask for the GPS?
Yeah. That's how it works.
Of course, I had a similar question to Simon. First of all, I thought you said credit not using the word virtualization, which are less of a computer scientist with them. I could get how you could mock the GPS or something like that, and you would feel like the application is still going to work.
Yeah.
Was it just based on practical experience that if you were in fact blocking the internet, which is a different kind of thing, most applications didn't just choke?
Yeah, well, it's good that it's a mobile framework for that, because obviously if I'm using 3G in a car, say, and I drive to a tunnel, then my internet is going to go. And it will still be up in some sense, because it will probably be a while before it figures out that it's going to the stuff that's going on at all. So what it actually does is the socket that gets back, there's a little check in the kind of line for the network, which checks if the permission's been locked, and if so, it says timed out the whole time.
Yeah.
And this is trying to blind, it can't blind at all.
Yeah, so it's a useful feature.
Yeah. So, and it's similar with GPS as well. Like if I was in a bunker underground, I wouldn't get any GPS. So there's not really any way for the app to tell. And also like contacts as well, you could add no contacts. And that's a valid state for something to be in. So apps shouldn't really crash if that's being locked. And if they do, it's sort of polygon application anyway.
So is there any way an app could be written to work out that it's been locked?
Well, at the moment, probably. But, I mean, it could be done in such a way. I'm sure if I spent a long one, I'm sure I could get to the point where it's very, very difficult or impossible to check. I mean, the Android permission system is really pretty good. I've sort of missed that out. Credit where credit is, I think it's pretty hard to get around to the upgrade.
I think it's an interesting point there. This is a very, very useful piece of work. I think that the motivation for why the permission system is as it is technically driven rather than quite so user-driven.
Yeah,
as you pointed out. What's very nice is that you then provide the ultimate hook point for actually testing out different levels of granularity for this kind of policy work. Because I mean, that's not like with the security group guys and stuff like that. Yeah. It's extremely difficult to get that balance correct, where people actually understand how much control they're given over the access control they're giving to the software.
I think one of the problems is that the UI stuff is just a lot of wasted effort. So, I mean, like, that permission screen on the market is really nice. It's good. It tells you exactly what the app can do. And a lot of people in this room would probably read it. But if you're an end user in it, you probably wouldn't. And a lot of that probably doesn't even make sense to you. So, I don't know, I think it would be nice. It's nice to have a discussion about what really makes sense in this context. Really, I don't think there's much of that, really. So.
Yes, this sort of leads on directly to what you said. That permission screen is essentially a direct translation of what the application requests in a managed file.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm interested in, I've thought about it all, maybe you have. So, did Google, do you think, design the permission system that way because A, it was easy, B, they were daft, or C, they actually thought that that was the right level of granularity? Do you have any sense yet which it is?
I think it's just...
It's different to our search, probably say it fully.
I think it's definitely the daft bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I mean, I think it's a really difficult problem.
Oh, it's legitimately it is.
Because with what I've done, I mean, one thing I didn't think about would it make sense to turn locking on by default when you install an application? Because in some sense that's the most secure option, right? Because then you can test that out and you know it's not going to, you don't know the data. But then stuff doesn't work. So then you get used to thinking about stuff not working. And in some ways that's almost worse. people leave down my stuff not working. So I don't really know like, where should this lie. I mean, that's not really a technical question. It's more like a user interface.
No, I totally agree.
Psychology.
Did you ever figure out why paperclip does require location data?
Yes, I know this actually. It's quite bad because it actually asks for your fine location as well, which I think is a bit worrying. I don't think I found more for that.
Doesn't get real wind data or something live from the internet.
Maybe that would be a truly impressive feature of the internet. So, I don't know. Or maybe it's just insidious viral. I don't know.
So I think this is brilliant. I think this is. I would love this to have this on the phone. So one of the things that's actually interesting is that you could use that for something that's not security purposes. So you can use this to say block a particular app from using the network, just because I'm roaming and I don't want my mail to be synced. Yeah. There are lots of real uses that aren't just I'm really suspicious of this app. But I think the granular controls around the apps is really good.
Okay, no, that's good. One thing I did think was that you could have the mocking application, because it uses a permission, of course, to mock stuff. So you could mock that, and then what would happen?